What's up, PJ?
Hey, Reggie.
What's going on, man?
Reginald Miller? Reginald Miller?
So,
Is your name Reginald Miller?
it is. What's going on, man? How you doing?
How are you, Reginald Miller? You know what I feel every time I talk to you? I feel like the, what was that movie? Where they have the really annoying,
So you trying to say I'm annoying?
No, you're not annoying.
I feel
You just look annoying.
that doesn't make sense.
What's going on in my pocket?
So, real quick, man, let me, they got this new Ferrari coming out.
They do?
Yeah. So I want you to take a look at it and, tell everybody your thoughts about the new Ferrari that's coming out. They said it's a SUV, right?
Well, if it's Ferrari, it's probably trash.
You said it's trash.
Yeah, I know, it's sad. DJ's an anti-Ferrari guy.
Well, you said they were getting better with the SF90.
They had one. You know, it's like the porn star that does it one time with that wonderful scene, but every other time she's just trash. Is when you actually watch it and let the anticipation catch up. So if you're ever doing that, what are you wearing?
What am I wearing?
Yeah.
Jean-Paul Gaultier. It's Jean-Paul Gaultier, man.
I know what Jean-Paul Gaultier is. I'm saying it just smells weird.
It doesn't smell weird.
Yeah.
It's a new one that they got out.
Oh, maybe that's why it's weird.
It's not the blue bottle.
Not that blue.
Not the blue bottle. It's the new one. It's the new darker one. It's dark blue. See, you got some consciousness books in here.
Yeah, they're for the event coming up. Look, we have empty water bottles. It's supposed to be healthy. We're supposed to be drinking water instead of coffee.
Slide this over.
We don't have extra books because I was short 10 books and I found 10 books somewhere. Read, Data Choice, Become Smarter. Actually, you know what's funny? Most people.
I was finna say it's.
Well, most people are too stupid for this book.
Yeah, that's why I was about to say.
This is like next level book. So, do I have any copies of TCT here?
Well, it's
No,
not for.
TCT, but read Third Circle Theory because if you're like an average human, like that'll make you a better human. Then read Radius when you're ready to get rich, and then Data Choice when you're really smart.
So basically, if you
most people will like. Too smart for me, can't understand it. And usually when someone can't understand something, they call it stupid because they can't figure out what it means and they're just confused. So it's a very common thing for dumb people to just not get it. Just like poor people never get rich people, you know? They think everything rich people do is just stupid or something. Anyways, so what are we doing today?
So Ferrari is coming out with a new SUV truck, right?
Yep, that's the word on the street.
All right.
But you know what they say, you never get a receipt.
Okay, so let's take a look at it.
I don't really know what that means either, why you don't get a receipt. You should get a receipt if you give a homeless person change.
No, man. No,
you don't think so?
It's charity.
Oh, okay.
You're not even
It's
thinking
not charity
about
when you're helping homeless?
I mean, I guess, but don't do it that way. If you're helping one individual, then it doesn't make sense. So just help a cause that's helping them.
If you say so, it must be true. So anyways, let me go on YouTube. I heard they're unveiling this Ferrari. Do you know what's the worst thing about the new Ferrari?
What's that?
Is that we don't even know what it's called. And the name is really effed up already. Like really, really effed up. So I don't understand it. It's leaked all over the internet. It's coming out today. Okay, so I'm going to try to say this. Is the Purosangue. Like that doesn't sound good. It's like the Ferrari Purosangue. So if you guys followed me, then you've seen that I did a video on this picture, specifically this exact photo of the Ferrari SUV. This photo was really atrocious. It's hideous. And they confirmed that it's the actual car. So we thought at first, hey, you know what? It's not going to be the car. They're going to come out with something else. And this is kind of like the pre-stuff. And then they came up with this photo right here. And everybody was like, you see, they nailed it.
You see?
Yeah, this one right here. You see that? Mm-hmm. They said this photo would be the car. And I said, no, the real photo was the other ugly thing that I said, which was this thing.
And that's the actual one.
Yeah, that's the one they actually did. They didn't do the other render.
They were saying you were wrong.
Well, yeah, but people always say I'm wrong. Yeah. And then they realize it and then they disappear. Instead of saying you were right, they just go away. You know? Like, I don't know what it is with people. They just don't like being wrong. But anyways, so in this case, I was completely f***ing right. And this, I'm not supposed to say f***ing, so I guess just blur. You know, you can't say f***ing on YouTube, so just blur anytime you say f***. Like,
Gotcha.
is bad, you know?
Sure.
Okay, because you have children watching, and children can hear dick jokes, but they can't hear the
So I have a female like make a noise, like a moan noise every time you say the F word.
And I think that gets banned too.
Okay.
Yeah, because then they think we're having sex on camera.
That makes sense.
Right? It wouldn't be good, Rich.
All right.
You know, good thing you're in the video production business.
True.
Oh yeah, and the other day, remember when you gave me the layout of who's going to be filming at the event?
Yeah.
Yeah. So is there a reason you put everybody on a blackboard?
I put everything on the blackboard.
Yeah, and then we couldn't see half the photos.
You can see everything.
And not the people involved.
Yes, you can. And I was gonna say, pull it up so you can see it, but then that's gonna take away completely from the Ferrari video we're talking about.
Okay, so this is the car, guys. This is it. This is the final, basically like what the car looks like. So this is the fucking car. This is what it's gonna look like.
It might be nice if you
look. There's a couple of things that are wrong here about there's just some things that just don't work, and I'm gonna say what doesn't work here.
Okay.
The reason why I'm so anti, I'm going to see if I can load this, open this larger. Maybe it works. There we go. This is a bigger picture, right? Okay, this is a render. It's going to probably look exactly like this, actually, like ideal. So I want you guys to understand something here. There's nothing wrong with this 812 GTS front end or these headlights. It's exciting. Cool.
Yeah, let's see.
So there's two things wrong here with one design, and it's the fact that Ferrari wheels are usually trash. Like, unless their carbon wheels are trash. I mean, absolutely trash. I don't think they've ever put an ice wheel in a car from the factory. They need to learn that from Lamborghini. So that's that. They need to learn that from Rolls-Royce. I mean, Rolls-Royce cars look nice. Bentley cars look nice. Bentley probably has the best factory wheel anywhere. Like, that's, in my opinion, it's one of the best looking wheels on a factory car where you can just lower it, put spacers, and you're done. Right size, right everything. But the thing that's wrong with the Ferrari SUV, and the reason why I always hate on Ferrari so much, is because they do a really bad job at sticking to their heritage, and they do a really good job at trying to please the public. And as a result, they please none of the people that should be buying or care for their cars. So, first it looks like a GTC4 Lusso mixed with an 812 GTS, and just had some kind of half-bred child that came out like completely retarded. And so that's what this looks like to me. And I'll tell you why. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work for me because the Urus was something completely different. It didn't try to be a Huracan, right? It was an Urus. This tries to stay in what I call the recycled format of Ferraris, which means that what can we take from other cars and how can we make it work? Like, instead of coming up with a new product altogether. And the other part that I really don't necessarily like about Ferrari SUVs and the idea of Ferrari SUVs is that they're really late to this game. And when you're that late, you don't always have to be playing. Like, McLaren now is talking about an SUV. You don't have to make SUVs if you're McLaren. You don't have to. Like that's the thing. You can be profitable without an SUV. Make a higher quality car. Make the better of the quality exotic car, and you won't have to go do something you're not good at. And so my argument with all this is that these brands just compete with each other, and instead of getting better at what they do, they just compete for a piece of a market share that they shouldn't have never gotten to begin with. And I think that, this is just proof that, again, this car will come out, we'll go drive it, we'll give it a real shot. We want to be fair. We don't want to say, like, I hate the photo. I hate its design. I've said this a year ago when they released that photo. I said, this is exactly what it's going to look like. People were like, no, it's not. It's going to look way better. It's exactly what it looks like. Pure trash. It's going to be trash. It's going to stay trash. And when you drive it, here's why I have zero hope. Ferrari is notoriously known for crappy craftsmanship on mass-produced cars. Every car we've ever had that was the first production batch has been pure trash. From the F8 having 3 different layers of colors of paint on the white because no one quality controlled it, to the glue coming off of the back panel of the engine lids because they're just early production, no one's paying attention, to the dashboards getting killed in the sun in less than 2 months. I mean, these cars are not built to last. An SUV is meant to be daily driven. You see how it doesn't really work? So when a company does such a terrible job at creating a good quality, long-lasting product, that can only work if you drive it 100 miles a month. And then you go, okay, well, next I want you to give me a car that's supposed to resist the sun, resist the snow, do really well, not be fragile, and yet again, does a great job at coming out with some weird design, which they should have never, ever gone away from the Pininfarina design, because everything they've put out since, except for the SF90, has been pure trash. Like, I know people love the F8. I know there's just like absolutely in love with some of these cars, but I think that the iconic aspect of what Ferrari has always been has lost its touch. And, you know, we were talking about that earlier about the SF90. Like I said, they're good. You can't judge the entire company based on one good product and 9 flawed products. Mm-hmm. And so my argument is that when Lamborghini comes out with a car, it's usually like maybe 8 are a hit, 2 are a miss. You know, like, and they're not that good. When Ferrari comes out with a car, it's the opposite. 2 are a hit, 8 are a miss. So personally, sorry Ferrari, this is another failed attempt at taking market share you shouldn't be having. And let's hope McLaren doesn't get in this business and they move on, because that is another company that is notoriously known for crappy craftsmanship. And while I'm all in agreement of McLaren being fantastic cars, don't get me wrong, I think I've defended them because I said they're a young company compared to Lamborghini. They're younger on street cars and selling street cars to people and knowing how to have a dealer network to support it. But nonetheless, Ferrari just has the dealer network. They've done just a terrible job at managing that dealer network. In addition to that, they've done a terrible job at customer support. And finally, their designs and craftsmanship is absolute horseshit. In addition to that, the 812 GTS we had peeling headlights with 500 miles on the odometer. That is atrocious for a car that's $600,000 used and like $500,000 new. It is stupid. So my argument is a company like that has such little quality control opportunity should never be in a position to create an SUV. Anyways, that's my opinion. Like it, great. Don't like it, don't really give a shit. Click the comments. Let me know what you think. Do you think the new Ferrari design is worthwhile? Is it amazing? Or is it complete trash? Would love to hear your thoughts on the car in the comments. I try to respond to comments too, so
I got a question too. What do you think? Do you think the car is hackable? Do you think
no new car is hackable. That's not what hacking is. Hacking is about finding a car that has already depreciated in its core value or therefore will do significantly better overall than its competitors, so it will always be worth more money than it is at new MSRP. So when a car is mass produced and is not going to get raving reviews, which I know this will not, and you can hold me to that, we'll see in the next 6 months if they get raving reviews for the Ferrari SUV. Like, is it the best SUV? Is it going to put the Urus out of business? Look, Aston tried this. They came out with the DBX. It was a good product. Craftsmanship wasn't there. It got dinged against the Urus. They came up with a 707 model that looks fantastic. They went head-to-head with the Urus and they beat it, but they did it always too late because the Urus S was already in, the Performante was already in the works, and it came out and it's going to crush the DBX. And the other thing too is you have to understand that when the bar is set so high for the latest Urus, it's going to be really hard for the Aston Martin line to come in and say, we'll also charge $300K for that. And that's the problem that these guys don't understand. If the new DBX 707 Aston Martin was a $180K product, then it would take a lot of market share away from Lamborghini. But they don't. They put out a $300K product that's a $180K product. Lamborghini puts out a $280K product that's a $350K product. So that's the difference. You know, like the value you get for what you pay is really what you're buying. And I can guarantee you this is going to tank. Like, it's just not going to do that well. And people are going to have tons of issues, and there's going to be a ton of bulletins on it, and it's not working out for people, and they're going to go back to the Urus. So we will see how it works out. But again, like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and don't forget to take the free training right below.